For Sikhs, Khalistan means land of the Khalsa, or pure.
Sikhs believe in one God. Our place of worship called the Gurudwara are open for anyone of any faith or no faith at all. We welcome everyone with open arms to come and enjoy our meditation sessions, our langar, the free community kitchen, which is known right around the world.
Sikhism is the world's fifth largest religion, founded at the end of the 15th century by Guru Nanak in the Indian province of Punjab. When Hindu-majority India and Muslim-majority Pakistan were partitioned in 1947 as the British left, Punjab, a Sikh-majority state, was split between the two countries. It was further split in 1966 into Sikh-majority Punjab and the Hindu-majority Haryana, despite many Sikhs' disagreement. Some Sikh political movements had called for a sovereign Sikh state as early as the 1920s, but after the bloodshed that followed partition, India was unlikely to cede any further territory to another ethno-religious state. In 1982, Sikh religious leader Jarnail Singh Bhindranwale started the Khalistan movement, which soon became armed militancy. It culminated in the 1984 storming of Sikhism's holiest shrine, the Golden Temple in Amritsar, by the Indian Army, after Bhindranwale and other militants took refuge there to avoid arrest. The raid resulted in hundreds of deaths, including Bhindranwale's, and outraged millions of Sikhs around the world. A few months later, then Indian Prime Minister Indira Gandhi was assassinated by two Sikh bodyguards.
Even a visit to the site of the Sikh Holy Temple, which her troops attacked earlier this year, was a gesture of conciliation the Sikhs did not accept,
resulting in bloody anti-Sikh riots that killed thousands. After escalating terror attacks, including the bombing of an Air India flight off the Irish coast in 1987, and the instability devastating Punjab's economy,
for the Air India crash that killed 329 people.
Support for militant Khalistanis fell dramatically over 2 decades. Then in 2020, when Indian farmers, many Sikhs, protested in New Delhi against the Modi government's moves to reduce government subsidies.
I think the farmers' protests were for all Indian farmers, not just the Sikh farmers, but the Sikhs have sort of the limelight in a way that they set up their langars, the free food kitchens, on the border of Delhi.
Many leaders of Modi's BJP government condemned the protests as anti-national, causing attacks on Sikhs in India and abroad.
Our movement remains peaceful and will continue until we get back our rights.
Look, we've seen the hate crime against Sikhs in Harris Park.
They could have killed somebody on that night.
This revived calls for Khalistan by some overseas Sikhs. The US-based group Sikhs for Justice held an unofficial, non-binding referendum on creating an independent Khalistan between 2020 and 2023 for Canadian, British, Australian and other overseas Sikhs.
Essentially, the Sikh community here in Vancouver and in Canada in general is here to show their support.
Which saw violent clashes between them and protesting Hindus at Melbourne's Federation Square.
I think if it doesn't spill into violence on the streets from either side, we should let people think and practice what they believe in as a democratic right. I don't think we can do much as Australians into that issue, apart from letting people practice their rights and do it in a safe manner.
Attacks on Hindu temples in Melbourne followed.
I got teary. I was like, how can something like this happen? Our whole religion is about non-violence, not killing.
Look, I condemn any attacks on any place of worship, be it a Hindu temple or a Sikh Gurdwara or a mosque or a church. I think we shouldn't go down to that level.
The Indian government issued strongly worded protests to the Canadian, British and Australian governments, calling on them to stop permitting these anti-Indian activities.
ऑस्ट्रेलिया में मंदिरों पर हमलों की खबरें नियमित रूप से आ रही है। स्वाभाविक है कि ऐसे समाचार भारत में सभी लोगों को चिंतित करते हैं, हमारे मन को व्यथित करते हैं। हमारी इन भावनाओं और चिंताओं को मैंने प्रधानमंत्री एल्बेनीज़ी के समक्ष रखा और उन्होंने मुझे आश्वस्त किया है कि भारतीय समुदाय की सेफ्टी उनके लिए विशेष प्राथमिकता है.
Although many think the Indian government could do more too.
I think Indian government could do a lot more, especially in 2023, in being accepting of all religions of all different minorities in India.